A woman in England received 2 unsolicited dick pictures while she was in public transportation, and she actually reported it to authorities there, which of course highlights an instance of what's being referred to as cyber flashing. So in this case, Lorraine Crighton-Smith says that she had her Apple Airdrop open, okay, or I should say available to anyone who wants to share images with her, because she had been sharing images with someone else, so she forgot to turn it off. Since she forgot to turn it off, she received these images, which she declined, and since she declined them, unfortunately, authorities don't have any hard evidence, weird choice of words, evidence of what occurred, so it's really hard for them to go after the guy. But let me give you some more details. She says, I had AirDrop switched on because I had been using it previously to send photos to another iPhone user, and a picture appeared on the screen of a man's penis, which I was quite shocked by. So I declined the image instinctively, and another image appeared, at which point I realized someone nearby must be sending them, and that concerned me. I felt violated. It was a very unpleasant thing to have forced upon my screen. So I want to show you guys, those of you who don't have an iPhone, what it looks like when you receive an image. Okay, so let's take a quick look at the next graphic. So obviously we have a safe for work image provided for you guys there, but imagine that it was a dick pic instead of a sneaker.
I have imagined it. And okay, it didn't take much imagination. And Anna, I like how you started the story with, she received a dick picture. Okay, I like this a little formal, right? She has received photography of penises. Okay.
I don't know why it came out that way.
A photograph of a peni was sent in. Okay.
Okay, so anyway, you guys get the picture, and you can actually change your settings on AirDrop to ensure that only your contacts can send you images, or you could turn it off altogether. Unfortunately, she didn't do that. But here's the big question for the story. Should this be considered the equivalent of someone flashing you in public, in person? And I would say yes. I mean, what makes this any different? Just because it's a digital flash as opposed to an in-person flash?
Flash.
Right.
Well, I find this story fascinating on a couple of fronts. I think that the in-person flashing, we're also a little concerned about the children. What about the children, right? And so in this case, well, she's a 34-year-old woman. He's sending it to an adult. So that at least eliminates that portion of the conversation.
Right.
Right? He sent a picture very personally, right? Like, it wasn't like, hey, I'm flashing everybody. No, I would like to specifically flash you. But in that way, it kind of makes it worse. You're more clearly a target of the guy, right?
And you don't know exactly who that person is, which makes it even scarier because they're in close proximity to you. They're sending you these lewd pictures, you don't know who it is, and so you might feel threatened, you know?
At the same time, you don't know who the guy is, so it's not like there's a guy bearing down on you, flashing his penis, which is in some ways scarier. It's just a penis floating out there in the world that has attacked your phone. Okay, airdrop the penis onto your phone. So I think it's bad. I'm sure the guy who sent it thought, well, I don't know what he thought. Or maybe he thought it was funny. Maybe he thought he did mean to harass her, right? Or maybe even intimidate her. I have no idea, right? It's tough. I don't think it's clear to me whether it should be the same penalty as flashing, and I don't know what the penalty for flashing is.
Yeah, it's interesting. Well, I mean, look, this
Here in America, they'd put you on a sex offender list.
They would put
you
you
on
on
a sex. And your life would be ruined, right?
Yes.
That I don't agree with.
I don't agree with that either. I think that there should be consequences for people who send unsolicited lewd photos like that. And it's funny because I think about it in my own context, and I get stuff like this all the time from people who watch the show. They'll send it to me via email, whatever it is. And my way of handling it has always been, well, there's nothing I can do about it, so I guess I just have to take it and move on with my life, right? But for people who truly, genuinely feel violated and they want it to stop, there should be some form of protection. There should be some way for them to be able to go after these people so this kind of abuse stops.
So I know what some people will be thinking, and this is why everybody's got a different perspective, and this is why we do the show, so we can understand one another's perspective. Like, some guys will think, isn't it, what do I care, right? Like, why do you guys care? You get a dick pic, who cares, right? Like if somebody sent me a floating vagina, I'd be like, oh, cool, right? Or maybe I don't think it's cool. Maybe I don't like it. But so what? It didn't bother me, right? Or you send me a floating pair of tits. Great, thank you. I appreciate it, right? So what's the big deal, they'll think. But, okay, yeah, that's your perspective. But some people, and some women will look at the dick pic and think, I don't give a shit, just delete it and move on like you do, right? But some women will get freaked out by it. And you don't have a right to freak them out. You don't have a right to, airdrop penises onto their phones and make them look at it. So I think that it's a violation. I think it should be a legal violation. But honestly, a minor one, right? And maybe I'm wrong about that, but my sense is, I don't know, misdemeanor, a fine. So and believe me, you say you start fining people $500 for sending dick pics, they're gonna airdrop a lot less. I mean, right now, it's like they're landing in Normandy, right, with the dick pics. But the airdrops will come down to a much lower number if you're actually finding people and finding them $500.
Right, and also just, I don't know, have a conversation with someone before you send them your dick pic, right? See if they're feeling it. Like if they're feeling you, no, I'm serious, because in some instances it's okay. Like if you're having a sexy communication with someone and you have reason to believe that, you guys are knocking boots, you're having fun, that's okay. But in a situation like this, I think this is a very specific context where you don't know who this person is. It's a complete and utter stranger, and they're sending you lewd pictures.
Yeah. I like that you also said, if you're having a sexy communication, okay, and photographs of penises have been sent. Okay. All right, look, we wanted to ask you guys, and is this a crime? That's a simple question. It's on our TYT app. Lots of votes already. Only 34% saying yes, 66% saying no. Given what I said, I think I'm in the 66% category because I would make it like a moving violation, like a traffic ticket.
So you'd make it like a misdemeanor?
Well, no, misdemeanor would actually be a crime. So misdemeanor is a lower level crime,
right? But
it could have, criminal consequences. I'm thinking more in terms of a civil fine. Because I think, and misdemeanors you often don't go to jail, but I think to myself, would I send someone to jail over it?
Well, why is this different from a person flashing you in person? Because, okay, some might argue, well, if someone's doing it to you in person, then they pose more of a threat. But this woman was on a train, and presumably the dude who was sending her these images was also on the train. And it's even more scary because you don't know exactly who this guy is, right? So I guess that's the reason why I hesitate to say that it's not a crime, because I think it's kind of crazy that digital stuff isn't considered as serious as things that happen with people in person.
Yeah, you're right, Anna, that we just gotten so used to it.
Yeah.
Except for James Woods, who's new to the internet apparently. But the rest of us are so used to the things that happen that are outrageous online that we're like, I guess so. But there's some cases. But on the other hand, flashing, I don't agree with the laws here in America that are so draconian that if somebody does a flashing, like we talked about, their life is absolutely pulverized. Not only whatever prison time they might or might not get, but then once you go on the sex offender list, you can't get housing anywhere, you can't get a job anywhere, you're screwed, right? So I don't agree with that.
Two small things, I guess. Well, first of all, I feel when we say she doesn't know where she got the images from, could have been anyone. I'm not sure how the identification of AirDrop works. I'm not an Apple user. But if she can't identify who it is, how does he identify who he's sending it to? Does he have somehow more identity power than she does? It's like, if she can't tell who it is, why can he? Maybe it's random. Does it send to everyone? And if 200 people that are on, he just drops it to 200 people?
So I know, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I know it's connected to your iCloud account, right? And her account is under her name, Lorraine. So he saw the name and then, okay, well, this is a woman. So you're right. He might not know exactly who she is.
So how is he targeting her and being like, first of all, yes, disgusting to see it, but I feel like there's levels of identity that are hard to pinpoint, even from his perspective.
It's connected via Bluetooth as well, right. So it has to do with proximity.
It's just to be able to locate her in real life, I feel like it's hard for him.
Yeah, I mean,
unless they're the only two people in the elevator,
He might be a professional at this. He might be a private dick.
And
come on, that was pretty good.